Hi, and welcome to Pittman's Pumpkin Patch. It's March 16th, 2023, and this is going to be my first video of the season. I just wanted to show you what's going on. So here we are at my two peach trees, and as you can see, they are in full bloom. Okay, tons of blooms all over these, and down there in a couple pots are some old strawberry plants, probably well past their prime. Let's move over here to the blueberries. So a good number of them are already in bloom. Some of them are a couple of them are bringing on their blossoms in the next couple weeks or so. And there are bumblebees that have been visiting, so that's good. Usually we have a lot of windy days here in February and March in my area. So today is one of those calm days finally, and we're gonna get to about 60 degrees. So it's beautiful outside. Moving over here, these pots right here, these are my apple trees, and they have yet to bloom yet this year or break bud. So about another, sometime in April, they usually start to come out. So which is good, because if you think about it, for the bees and other pollinating insects, you know, you got the peach trees that have been blooming for a while, the blueberries that are blooming and will be blooming over the next 3 weeks to a month or so, and then the apple trees will come on, and then so that provides more food for the bees. Let's move on to see what we got going on over here. Now, in the last year, I was growing pumpkins out of these pots, and letting them go across the yard. So what I got going in right now, at least in some of them, is some Salanova lettuce, and both in there, and I think I have, oh yes, down in here is bok choy. So I'm trying that for the first time this year. So salad and lettuce and bok choy. Dragon fruits. I have dragon fruits growing on. Let me take it in for a little bit closer, get a good angle. So I got 2 or 3 different varieties of dragon fruits. Okay, so this is a purple haze. It's very vigorous. And then this one is American Beauty, which is not as vigorous, but it does have some growth on it, and hopefully when it gets warmer it'll really start to shoot up some more. Let's see. Oh, orange trees. Now this is a blood orange tree. It's my second blood orange tree, and I had to cut it back way back last year because it was dying and diseased in a certain area. So I had to cut it back to about maybe an inch or 2 off of the soil level. And as you can see, it's still alive and it's coming back. So we got a lot of new growth going on right now. And this has started since February. So in my area, new growth on orange trees come out in February and March. This is my newest collection right here. It's not really doing a whole lot of anything. It's a brown select satsuma. I got it for a Christmas present. Hasn't really done a whole lot, so we'll see. Let me stick with the orange trees for just a moment. So this is my other blood orange tree right here. You can still see one orange hanging on there. I'm just an experiment to see if I can get it to ripen up. But it has new growth going on this. Let me see if I can show you any. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it right there. You can see this little kind of purplish coloring buds. So it's coming out of its dormancy and putting on new growth. It definitely showed up in March. And this is my Washington navel orange tree. It's got a lot of new growth going on. In fact, it's got a lot of flower buds all over it. Hopefully that can be seen here. And fig tree that I got from my dad's fig tree at his house, cuttings. I've up potted it from a 2-gallon or 3-gallon pot up to this 15-gallon pot. It's already broke dormancy of about 3 weeks ago or so. Okay, I got my blackberries, 2 blackberry plants, and they have already broken bud and putting on a lot of leaf growth right now. Let's get to the avocado trees. So I have 3 varieties of avocado. This is the Lila, and you can see the flower buds on it. And this is a bacon avocado, and you can see the flower buds on top of there. And over here is my warts, W-A-R-T-Z, or little cotto avocado tree. And it's a dwarf variety. And this is this first time, this is my second year with it, or second growing season, and it's put on a lot of flower blooms. This one's supposed to be self-fertile. This is a special variety that has both A flowers and B flowers opening up at the same time. Now, real quick about these 2 avocados. The Lila is an A type, and the bacon is a B type. Well, I can get more into that later on when I do a video specifically about avocados from what I've learned. But basically, A-type trees, you have the female flowers that bloom or blossom in the morning, and the B flower, and in the afternoon, the male flowers open up. And there's a small little window where they both can be opened up, you know, midday or whatever. But it's still hard to get enough avocados with just relying on one tree. Now, the B tree is just the opposite of the A tree. The male flowers open up in the morning and the females are opening in the afternoon. And again, there's a small window where both A and B flowers will be opened up at the same time. But, you know, again, so that's why you need to really have an A tree and a B tree to get any kind of avocados. Now, again, this warts is a exception to the rule. It has A and B flowers that would open up at the same time. And like I said, this thing's going to have tons of, it has tons of blossoms. Hopefully they'll be pollinated. We'll see. I have tomato seeds, tomato plants, and pepper plants growing. Okay, nothing super special there, but you know. I'm doing those tomato plants I just showed you were indeterminate, and they were some old seeds, so I just put them in and see what I got. Now these out here on the ground there and up on the cart there, the dolly thing, these are indeterminate, so they will put on most of their fruit at one time. And I'm thinking of doing some more canning of tomato sauce or whatever this year. I finally ran out of cans of tomato sauce from 2 years ago. Now, you see that little cutting right there? That's another dragon fruit cutting. It came off of one of my other plants, and I just decided, hey, try to make some new growth of it, all right? And here's some close-ups of the blackberries. Now down here, this little small dragon fruit plant, that's a yellow one, and that's supposed to be really nice. And then these are just cuttings that I've taken and I'm putting on new growth from the purple haze variety. All right, let me take you to the backyard. There's not a whole lot going on in the backyard. Thanks for bearing with me as I go through this real quick, as quickly as I can. That's a rosemary bush right there. And it sounds like the heater's on. Okay. Yeah, just cut off. So, that first pot right there with the green out, those are carrots left over overwintered. Okay, and in this bed right ahead is the strawberry plants that I put that I got as bare root about maybe, I don't know, a month and a half ago or so, and I put them out. And then over in that raised bed over there is the overwintered onions. And what I have in some of these other pots are red onions. The ones in the bed are, I think, they're candy variety. That's what I always grow. And then, like I said, I got. Ooh, there's a bee just went by me. I'm sorry. I'm scared to death. Ooh. Maybe he's out here to pollinate my strawberries. That's good. And I got some red onions in the other ones. That one right there, that pot right there with the green, that's got some more carrots in it that overwintered. Yeah, so this bed used to have carrots in it, and I took them all out to make room for the strawberries. And yeah, so real quick, you see that little grid system that's in that raised bed? That's an irrigation system, and that's brand new to me. And it comes that way. It's the kit that you kind of just push the pieces together, and it already has the holes, the emitters put in them. So you can, it's almost like a square foot gardening type of thing, but it's got all these emitters all around it, so I can water my plants all nice and efficiently. And you can see I have the hooked up line running right there, comes up in there and connects in. And yeah. Now the holes get clogged up fairly easily, but it still has so many holes that you still get really good watering, so I'm not too worried about it. I did flush out the system before I connected it to try to avoid that, but it's inevitable. So yeah, I still got a little cleaning up to do. As you can see, some of those old dead pumpkin vines on the trellises. Okay, so strawberries and all kinds of stuff going on. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. Okay, y'all have a great day. Bye.